So it's 2017. There's some stupid teenager on his iPad in the middle of the night, looking at Reddit and laughing his ass off. He gets the idea, what if I record myself reading these and post it on YouTube? I only have a couple hundred subscribers, but hey, I think I could have fun with it. So he boots up iMovie and gets to work.
Okay. Yeah, that kid was me. I was the stupid.
A lot can happen in 4 years. Okay, yeah, a lot can happen in 1 year, but I digress. A lot can happen to someone in 4 years. And if you told little old baby Marshall in 2017 that he'd have 400,000 subscribers one day, he wouldn't have believed you. He also probably wouldn't have believed that that fame wouldn't really last very long.
So what happened? Is it my fault? Is it YouTube's fault? Just a changing of trends? How did this whole trend die? Did I die? Maybe, but what happened to us? What happened to the American dream? What happened to Reddit reading channels? Join me as I do my own autopsy on how Reddit videos died.
I think one of the weirder things about this is that Reddit videos, for the most part, just started in 2017. From what I could find, it wasn't really a thing before, but there were similar types of content. Like what ProZD would do in his videos, where he would just read Tumblr or Twitter posts. There's also what Brendaniel started way back with his Tales from 4chan series. But neither of them, for the most part, ever really covered Reddit. Also, while the content was similar in some aspects, as a whole, neither of them are really all that comparable.
One guy I got compared to sometimes was this JT said the Pregnant dude. Looking back at the videos he made.
Am I pregnant? Am I pregnant? Am I pargant?
Yeah, this is really similar to what Reddit content would be. It still isn't Reddit, but the resemblance is uncanny. For reference, 2 of these videos came out in 2016. One of them came out in 2014. So this is pretty much our first example of what Reddit content would soon come to be. And what would come to be was a massive spike in popularity.
People like me, Soros, Sudhouse, Slazo, and even freaking Captain Sparkles all got started with Reddit content in 2017, seemingly like out of nowhere. Because of this, Reddit videos shot up in popularity incredibly fast. I was a freaking nobody before I did Reddit videos, and then all of a sudden I get like 50k subscribers in a month. All of a sudden it was all anyone wanted to see. There are some channels that got their start later in this, but we'll get to those. Oh boy, will we get to those.
Something I really want to stress here is that Reddit content was very disposable. It was easy to make, and the appeal was that it was so simple.
Also, special note here, the appeal was that it was so simple and that anyone could say these jokes. Anyone could say these things off Reddit. And I think that's what makes ProZD's content and Brendaniel's content so different than Reddit content. Their voices are so distinct and iconic, and with ProZD, he's just a frickin' voice actor. So like, there's a huge jump in something, I don't know.
Like, you could watch these videos without looking at them. That's how disposable they were. Simple voiceover, minimal editing, maybe a more fancy edit here or there, but generally, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. Thing is, I didn't realize that the reason people watched it was because it was this hot new thing. I didn't think about that. I was 18. All I could think about is that I was famous.
I remember back when my friends were all discovering that I was getting popular, and soon enough I was labeled as like the celebrity of the friend group. It actually made me come out of my shell a bit. It also made me a bit more delusional though. I didn't like let the fame go to my head or anything, but for a while I thought I just could do anything. It was only after I stopped doing Reddit content that I realized the only reason that I was getting views was because it was this popular fad that everyone was doing, and also people thought I was Soro TV. That's how disposable this content was. People would either confuse me for Soro TV, or they just flat out call me a Soro TV ripoff. Anyway, my point is, Reddit videos were a trend. They were a fad that wouldn't last long. It's not really something you can base an entire career out of. It's like investing your life savings into fidget spinners. It's like building a house on mud. But I didn't know that yet. Yes, this content was disposable, but man, it was like Hitchcock compared to what would come. But first, a word from our sponsor. Are you tired of drinking water from glasses? Maybe you've tried bowls and shit. I don't know. Stop drinking from your hands like a barbarian and use the Marshal Does Stuff mug. The Marshal Does Stuff mug is proven to hold all kinds of liquids, and I think I'm pretty sure that's all it does. We here at Marshal Does Stuff want to make sure that your water drinking experience is as comfortable and as relaxing as possible. That's why the Marshal Does Stuff mug is designed for any and all muggly activities.
Disclaimer, the Marshal Does Stuff mug is not designed for any non-muggly activities. Thus, we will not be held accountable for any injury or death while performing non-muggly activities.
Ask your doctor today if the Marshal Does Stuff mug is right for you, and visit crowdmade.com/collection/marshaldosstuff to purchase a Marshal Does Stuff mug for yourself. That's crowdmade.com/collection/marshaldosstuff. Link in the description. Batteries not included. So, okay, I feel like I should mention that it wasn't just Reddit videos that I got popular off of. I also got a big boost from Jack's films, which I'm still very grateful for. That was awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Forehead. Nevertheless, Reddit videos were incredibly popular in 2017 and 2018. While I wasn't super famous, I was at least like a C-tier channel, which is pretty respectable. I even got to collaborate with House. I still hate that video. I mean, honestly, I physically cannot watch that video again. And I want to clarify, it's nothing against House. Just the whole environment was just really intimidating for me. This is the most high-profile Discord call I'd ever been in at the time. My improv skills were not good at all. I was an 18-year-old socially awkward kid. It was a recipe for a disaster. I think I got like one good joke into the video.
Hello, comrade. I have panic attack.
I kind of wish we did like a warm-up first before we just jumped straight into recording. But, you know, hindsight is 20/20, I guess. But moving on. 2018 was the best year for Reddit videos. It was just like bam, 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 bam. I don't know what that was, but that's what 2018 was like.
2018 was also the year where another trend reared its ugly head. See, you had the initial wave of Reddit videos, but then you had waves of like specific subreddits.
The most notable at this point was r/entitled parents.
People like Fresh, Bumfress, and Voicey all got popular because I guess all of a sudden people wanted to watch this weird trend of entitled parents. I've never heard of this. I hadn't heard of this till recently.
And they were pumping out videos daily. A lot of us were doing it like weekly or monthly. I admire the hustle, but damn, that must be a soul-crushing job to go back to the same subreddit every day, read out the best posts every day, and then just edit them together every day. In spite of these guys, the rest of us still managed to find a following. Again, not super popular, but hey, I got my silver play button. It didn't help with the aforementioned delusion I was in, though. But yeah, we were all giving the algorithm what it wanted and delivering it consistently. The most popular Reddit channels were the ones actually putting in the effort and taking the time to make each episode special. The channels with real personalities were at the forefront.
But those personalities are humans with feelings. And at some point, I really got burnt out. Like, really burnt out from making Reddit videos. Like I said, they're all really similar, and I was getting tired of doing the same thing over and over again just to feed the algorithm. That's actually why I did the Go Commit Die musical, because I wanted something, anything different than what it was already doing, but still fed the algorithm. I had the idea of doing a Reddit musical for a while, but it took a Patreon request for me to finally find the right subreddit. I looked at it and I was like, I can't do anything with this to make it funny. So, make it a song! To this day, I believe I'm the only person to have done Reddit musicals. And I take pride in that. It's a very weird thing to take pride in, but I'm gonna take pride for that.
I kind of get the sense that other Reddit channels were burnt out as well. I don't blame them, because a lot of them stopped posting for long periods of time, or just generally being very apathetic towards doing Reddit videos, both of which, yeah, I did. So because of my burnouts, I tried doing other things in the hopes that I could successfully transition out of Reddit videos. I tried doing like a bunch of different ideas in between releases, like film reviews, original songs. That one time I tried to make analytical content and it didn't work at all. ASMR meme review, etc., etc. None of them really did much in comparison to the Reddit videos. Except for that one time that Game Grumps featured my video and both of them said my frickin' name.
Thanks Marshal Does Stuff for that. Thank you, Marshall.
You're welcome! Quick side tangent, that is still surreal to watch to this day. I've been watching Game Grumps for so long, since like the John era, and to see Aaron and Dan say my name, oh my gosh, Even though 2018 was a great year, it was also the year where making Reddit videos just began to stop feeling fun. It was still mostly fun, but there was just a lingering feeling that I couldn't shake off. And eventually in 2019, my burnout just became more and more frequent, and it just became a chore to work on Reddit videos. I also started to notice that my views were dipping somewhat, and I didn't know why. If only I was about to transition to the exact reason why.
So those entitled parents channels I talked about, they weren't the worst to come. No. There were far worse to come. At least they put like the smallest amount of effort into their videos. At least Voicey puts fancy editing in his. At least Bumfress uses his own voice. No. They're not the worst Reddit videos out there. They only laid the foundation of what would come next. With the Entitled Parents wave, it was the first time that story subreddits on YouTube took off. And it evolved into something much worse. The Entitled Parents wave is not the reason Reddit videos died. No. The reason Reddit videos died is because of text to speech.
This, in my opinion, is where Reddit videos truly died its sad and painful death. This is not only the lowest this fad has gone, this is one of the lowest points in YouTube, period. For the fortunate enough who don't know, soon after the Entitled Parents wave, we got a fucking tsunami of robot-voiced Ask Reddit videos. They're literally just the audio of Ask Reddit threads being read by text-to-speech programs put over the threads they're reading. And just like those other channels before, these guys were putting out content every day without fail, sometimes even twice a day. The only difference is that there is absolutely zero effort being put into them, hence why there's not a single missed upload. Hey, why waste your time making your videos have actual quality when you could just pump them out every day and get significantly more views? And that's exactly what happened. These channels kept popping up left and right and dominated the whole fad. The only reason they got popular was because there was so much of it. These channels all could have been made by the same dude. That's how similar they are. Freaking anyone could make these videos. I made better videos using iMovie back in 2017. You thought me and Sorrow had minimal editing? Look at this! It's nothing! It's soulless! It's like sensory deprivation for every sense! It's so disposable that it's compost! Even the thumbnails all look exactly the same! These are from 3 different channels, and they all look identical. I'd rather show my kids Minions than this, because at least Minions has substance. If the challenge was to make the most boring content on YouTube, the only thing beating it out is 24 hours of a black screen! Okay. Alright. I need to calm down.
So I'm sure you can guess what happened to Reddit videos after this. The market got oversaturated, and channels that couldn't compete mostly everyone, their channels started declining with no hopes of coming back. And if anyone wanted to start doing Reddit content, they were too late.
There's some channels who are still able to keep at it because of their following, or others who just managed to break away from it like a snake shedding its own skin. As for channels like me, well, I mean, I didn't quit because of the text-to-speech videos. I was just tired of making Reddit videos in general at this point. Plus, my views were tanking a lot, so I just decided to quit while I wasn't ahead. I've been really struggling since. I don't want to turn this into a pity party, but I feel like I've had a lack of direction. To be doing one thing for 3 years, and it's the only thing people really know you for, and then to all of a sudden just stop without any, like, prior planning or anything, it's caused more problems than solved problems. YouTube also likes to not show my videos to my subscribers because they push back everything that isn't Reddit content.
Reddit videos tanked as hard as they rose. They tanked so hard that even the text-to-speech channels started declining. Because of this trend, the little r/ that signifies what subreddit you're on, that just gets used anywhere now.
There's this great post I found where someone comments, haha, r/that happened, like it's a hashtag or something. And then someone replies, oh, you're not on Reddit. They say, what's Reddit? It's so weird to have been a part of this trend, but know so little about what actually happened outside of my channel. One moment I'm talking with Suthouse and feeling amazing. The next thing I know, I have immense anxiety about how my latest video is doing. When I finally found out what happened, everything started to make sense. It's frustrating learning the reason I tanked is because the entire fad got taken over and everyone who couldn't compete just got pushed to the side, leaving everyone dazed and confused why their channel's views are declining. It can be lonely being a YouTuber, especially one like me where you're just doing everything yourself. There was never really a community for Reddit channels, so a lot of the time, me and other people just felt disconnected from everyone else. I've even felt that disconnect with people I've collabed with in the past. Sometimes I even feel that disconnect with my fans, like I don't even know what you guys want. Sometimes I don't know what I want. But at the end of the day, I keep going. For some reason. Because I believe that there's a place for me somewhere on YouTube. Some niche part of the internet where I can grow a following. And I just gotta find it.
Believe it or not, I don't regret making Reddit videos. I had fun with them. I had a lot of fun with them. And despite how disposable they were, people really did seem to enjoy them for how I made them.
I wish that I had seen earlier that it was declining and just switched over somehow. But man, I don't want to beat myself up about this anymore. I was 18, I didn't know anything, I was a socially awkward, chubby high schooler who just happened to stumble upon a hit. I wasn't some guy who was born to do YouTube. I had to grow into it and teach myself a lot of lessons, most of which I learned the hard way. And when I look at that stupid kid from 2017, I shouldn't cringe at the things I did or the things I said. After all, I had to be that guy to become who I am today. Thank you all so much for watching. This is obviously a video type that I've never really done before, and it took so much effort. If y'all want to see content like this in the future, let me know. I kind of like doing it. I was thinking of doing something similar, but with more of like a music focus or something. I don't know. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. Big shout out to Wonderstruck Guy, Blair from the Illuminati, and Oz Media for helping out so much in this video. They tipped me off to the whole entitled parents wave thing. Like, that was not a joke. I legit did not know about that. But yeah, they're the best. Y'all should give them some love. Check them out on their channels. Links in the description. Also, just completely unrelated to anything else, we have an official Minecraft server now. For some reason. But no, it's legit. It's awesome. And it's called MSMP. The IP or whatever is in the description. Go have fun, you crazy kids. And also, if you like the stuff that I do here, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, all that jazz. And I'll be back next time. See ya. Here's to all my patrons and your generous donations, like Peyton, Stanley, Ray, Cooley, Alex, Isaac, and Aidan Jeffes, Mindboy 808, Cosmic Mender, Dolly Winkles, and Star Spectre, nearsightedwaddledee, Jord Vermeulen, Cutebleeder, and Reilly Zimmerman, Midnight Overdrive, Snill through 7, Fancy Waffle, and Bonnie Callahan, Kayson Whitehouse, Madgythumtas, Peter Marenthyu, and Skruffl. I hope I pronounced your names correctly. Also, Jakub Pawluk, mghonor, Collin Pedigo, and RTOGamingYT. Thank you so much, guys.